Hey, welcome to another episode of Music City Mondays. If you're a fan of Grammy Award-winning artist Ashley McBryde, stick around. You're going to love this week's episode.
Nothing quite like what she's dragging round. She's a sucker for a sad song. Every time that lonesome sound comes on, she goes.
One of my favorite things about Nashville is writers' rounds. What a writers' round is basically 3 to 5 songwriters, typically 4, will share a stage. Now, these might be artists. They might be artists that are up and coming. Most often, it's the songwriters behind the songs, many times that you hear on the radio. And what they each do is they each play a song and they go in a round where they'll each end up playing 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 songs for that evening, and they tell the stories behind those songs. And one of my favorite places to go see writers' rounds in Nashville is actually a national chain started out of New York by Michael Dorff called City Winery. If you've never been to City Winery, I highly recommend it. Great restaurant, great food, spectacular wine. Of course, it's called City Winery, but their location and their venue in Nashville particularly, I just love is just one of the great rooms to go hear live music. I had the opportunity to speak with Michael Dorff, the founder and CEO of City Winery, back at the early part of the pandemic. And hats off to him for just all of his efforts to keep the venues open, to keep live music alive and coming to people, to keeping stages open. So really for all that City Winery and Michael does for artists and musicians, support his locations, support those restaurants and support those live venues as they continue to come back. So here's a little clip of what you can expect at a typical writer's round, and I'll put a few short clips and links to those artists at the bottom in the description below. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and here without any more further ado is Dan Smalley.
And I was like knocking on doors and writing with a couple people who had opened the doors to me to come write. And one of the places was the Song Factory, and I had written a little song with Dylan Carmichael that he happened to cut and put on his first record, which was amazing. I was like, this is how you get cut. You just write with the guys, okay. And it was called Hell on an Angel. That was his title track to his first record. But then, like a week later, I wrote with this girl that I was a huge fan of. Her name's Ashley McBryde. And I walked in. Yeah, she's really awesome. I walked in and she said, well, damn, you're pretty. And I said, well, hey, I'm a big fan of yours too. And she offered me a shot, and I was politely like, yeah, I'm good. But it was 10:30 in the morning too. So. But she was talking to me.
I thought you meant like a metaphorical shot, like a chance. And then
no. She had busted open the bottle of Pappy Van Winkle that we had behind that they had behind the door.
Got it.
It happens often, as you know, in the writing rooms in Nashville. Had I showed up 10 years ago, I would have obliged. We probably wouldn't have written this song.
There you go.
That ended up on her now Grammy-nominated record. But she was like, y'all, I got so drunk last night with my friend off the worst tasting wine you've ever tasted in your life. It's called Velvet Red, and it was this homemade, disgusting stuff. And I was like, cool, and you want to write a song about it? And she was like, well, yeah, I got this little melody. And it goes like this. Velvet red, velvet red. I was like, man, I like that. I could work with that.
Casual. That's fine. No biggie.
And so we started putting it together. She's like, what are we writing about? It's like, it's obviously a relationship with a man.
Red velvet cake.
I was too, to be honest with you. And she was like, well, I think this guy's growing, he's making his homemade wine in the woods somewhere, and she'd sneak off to see him. It's kind of one of those relationships that nobody knows about, nobody agrees with. I was like, let's go with it.
There you go.
There was a narrow to an old footpath where the briar tangled near the musky dike. Stood an old abandoned cabin, was a perfect place for forbidden love to hide. She was a mayor's eldest daughter, and she had a taste for the fruit of the vine. And he was that poor boy down in that holler. He made his living on homemade wine. Velvet red, velvet red, he'd be calling. Velvet red, velvet red, velvet red. She come running, velvet red. I'm real proud of this next part because it's real country. Don't you know that love grew like the wildflowers do? And she come to miss him with an awful thirst. So when that sun went down, is that not good? Yeah. So when that sun went down, she go sneaking out, and he'd be waiting, calling out to her. Velvet red, velvet red, they'd be drunk on velvet red, velvet red, velvet red, making love on velvet red. You know what happens when you make love, you get all drunk and stuff. Me and my wife know what happens.
Fuck, you don't drink, man.
I don't anymore. My son's 9 years old though. There was a child born 20 years ago to a mother who never wed, and no, they gave no name for the father. They called their daughter Little Velvet Red. Velvet red, velvet red, her mama called her Little Velvet Red. Velvet red, velvet red, her mama called her Little Velvet Red. Thank you very much. My name's Smalley.
Well, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll play a few short clips from some of the other artists that performed that evening, and I'll put the links in the description below if you want to check out some more of their music. Look forward to seeing you again soon on Music City Mondays.
Life's worth holding on. 'Cause you didn't have the strength to stand, but you stood right there and held my hand. You taught me to sing to me, said that still I'm endlessly at night. Held on tight to your faith, thanking God for every day. Come with me, I'll see it through. I wanna be a fighter like you. And all night I watched number 47 play. And we laughed, swore I'd marry him someday. I wish we could know in the golden days before they're over. I wish time again, sweetest nights roll a little slower. I guess we don't recognize the things that make us older. I wish we could know
guesses your friends probably drug you in here. You don't look like the girl that swipes right. Meets a guy at a bar, takes him home the same night. No, you don't look like any other girl in the room. I don't know how to say it, but if you ask me, you look like leaning in on a second date, first kiss, getting nervous, hanging out at your mama's house at the Sunday morning service. Like a trip to the beach, driving while you sleep. Girl, it ain't that hard to imagine, 'cause you look like love waiting to happen. You don't look like